So Nintendo continues the Game & Watch legacy with the introduction of the Legend of Zelda Game & Watch, which includes the NES versions of The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, as well as the Game Boy Zelda, Link's Awakening, and of course a Zelda version of the Game & Watch game Vermin. Let's take a look at what it comes with and see if it's worth it or not. So I picked this up the other day just because I was kind of curious about it. They do have the Mario version of this, but wasn't impressed with it based on the reviews I've seen, so I figured I'd pick up the Zelda one instead because I did like what I saw. I was able to find a copy at Walmart. They had, I don't know, 10 of them in stock. They also had like 8 or 10 of the Mario ones still there, so if you want that, check your Walmarts. Tons of people have already done reviews on this, so this isn't going to be a highly technical view. I'm not going to do a teardown or anything like that. I'm just going to do an unboxing, fire it up, see, if I like the performance or not, and go over a couple of things, and that'll be it. So I'll go ahead and carefully cut the tape, seal whatever it is. Actually, I'll do the other side too, because the protective sleeve it comes in has some nice little artwork on there. And then, of course, just standard box. It's a little reflective, so sorry if any light reflects the wrong way into the camera. Special thanks to you. Okay. Oh, ZL35, I'm guessing that's the model. Zelda 35th anniversary. So apparently it's worth some My Nintendo points, so that's kind of cool. Not sure. Oh, 300 platinum points. So if you do pick one of these up, go ahead and make sure you register that. And then there's also a basic user guide, how to use, plug it in, charge it, and some precautions, maintenance, blah, 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 blah. Boring stuff. What we want is this, of course. Now, before I fire this up, apparently there was a complaint that the Game & Watch itself did not have a kickstand on the Mario version. Neither does the Zelda one, apparently, but you can turn the box into one, although it's a very fingerprint magnet friendly, so I'm also guessing that, yeah, so this opens up here, I believe. Yep, and then there's the USB-C charging cable. And this is all that comes with it, plus the user guide and the code, of course. So inside this protective foam sleeve, of course, is the Game & Watch itself. Now, Game & Watches, they've been around since, I want to say, the very, very early 80s. I never owned one, but I did get a chance to play a few. My cousin had a couple of them, along with the Game & Watch watch that exists. And so these have been around for a long time. Now, of course, these are a lot more modern. The older ones had, well, just showing the example on here, this old style LCD. So yeah, it's modeled after the Game & Watch. Speaker right here. Charging port and power button there. All right, that's enough yammering. Let's turn it on. That's cool. Goes straight into demo mode. And it's beeping. Now, there are no enemies typically on this starting screen, but you probably know that if you've played the game before. Volume controls. Brightness controls. Set time and auto sleep off. Let me set the time. What time is it? Apparently it's 7:05 p.m. where I'm at. More overworld map fun. If you push A and B, you can control Link and play these mini games. Hard to play on camera like this, but of course I can't cross into the deep water, although I don't remember the original Zelda having shallow water to walk into, so So you've got Legend of Zelda, English and Japanese versions. Same thing with The Adventure of Link. And Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening comes in English, French, German, and I'm guessing Japanese as well. And then there's also the Game & Watch game itself, Vermin, A and B game. And then there's the actual timer. Here's, if you want to set a timer, looks like it's 3 minutes by default. Yeah, so you can adjust it. And you can kind of play a mini game here as well. Let's go into the actual games itself and give them a shot. And this is basically Zelda. And one of the things I wasn't impressed about the Mario version is I noticed a lot of screen tearing in a lot of the reviews that I saw. Now, I don't know if that's because of the filming that they were doing or if it's the unit itself. So I don't really see any screen tearing here. Now the game itself, as you transition from screen to screen, is going to have a tiny bit of tearing, but I think that's in the original game too. Let's pause that and go back to the game here. And let's try Zelda 2. Never been good at this game, so let's see here. There's actual screen scrolling. I don't see any tearing, so they might have finally fixed the issue that happened with the Mario one. I'm not sure if it was the display itself. I'm not sure if it was the SoC they were using, the emulator, but I don't see any screen tearing, so good. Let's try this out here. I am disappointed that they didn't include Link's Awakening DX instead of the original version. This unit can obviously show color. Not sure why they didn't do that, but it's Nintendo, they're going to Nintendo. So let's go back to the menu here. So this is just one of these simple games here. Basically time wasters. Nothing fancy, of course. And Game B is just a harder mode, so. So the Game & Watch series, as far as I understand, started out when Gunpei Yokoi, hopefully I'm really saying that the correct way, was on a train ride to work, maybe a subway. I think it was a train ride though. He saw someone fidgeting around with a calculator, and he got the idea to create a little pocket handheld game, and through that came up with the idea for the D-pad, which Nintendo patented and had a patent on it for 25, 30 years, I think, something like that. I think it just recently expired within the past few years. And this here, in my opinion, was a huge game changer in gaming, just because previously to that, there were just variations of joysticks or knobs or trackballs. This here, made it way more comfortable. It also changed the position of gaming. I don't have it on hand with me now, but if you remember the Atari 2600, you held it with your left hand and you had the action button, and then you moved the joystick with your right hand. Well, this changed all of that to motion control on the left side and action buttons on the right side. And pretty much every console since then kept the same overall feel. Yes, we've added joysticks back in, thumbsticks more accurately into the fold, but overall, this is the same basic setup for a controller that's existed since these Game & Watches came out, and then of course with the NES. So there are some secrets with the Game & Watch that I'm not going to spoil for you too much. You can see other reviewer videos for more info. Oh, look at that. But apparently if you hold down A for a few seconds, full life. So, and I believe in Zelda 2 you get full life and full magic. And with Link's Awakening, you also get full life, but there's another secret. I'll let you guys find it out on your own, but it's pretty cool and it definitely helps out. Now, with Zelda 2 giving you full life and magic, I'm still willing to bet that it's going to be a huge pain to beat. It's probably going to kick my butt a few times, but, you know, at least every little bit helps, right? So, there's the Game & Watch Zelda, Legend of Zelda Edition. If you leave it sitting for a while, it does go into demo mode, but I'm not going to sit here and waste everyone's time waiting for it to do that. Plus, this video is longer than I expected it to be already. So, but what did you think about this? Stores should have it in stock. You might have to check back a few times because, you know, parts issues, supply chain issues, things like that. So if your local store doesn't have one, check another one out or come back in a few days. They may have more. I think you can also purchase these on Nintendo's website. What is it? shop.nintendo.com. It's $50, so it is a little pricey. I don't think this is necessarily worth $50, but it's definitely a better value than the Mario one was. But if you like little gadgets like this, neat things, again, you want to go on a little road trip and carry this in your pocket like the original intent of the Game & Watch, great for that. Maybe these will come down in price over time, maybe they won't, it's tough to say. Nintendo's stuff doesn't always get discounted. We'll see. But if you like these kinds of things, yeah, go ahead and pick it up. And if you like these types of videos, let me know. I've already done a couple of reviews. I did one on Metroid Dread, as well as a new collection of Ori games. I'll put those links below. Otherwise, what you think of this video? If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. And feel free to subscribe, although if you haven't yet, there's never an obligation. I do appreciate it, though. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs down, but please leave a comment below as to why you didn't like it, so I can try to use that to help things going forward. Otherwise, thanks all, and I'll catch you later.